this on a video I posted of this work. And every few years, I like to do something that's completely different than anything else I've ever done in my entire art career.
Uh-huh.
This one fits in that category. Again, Brooke Rolston here, and Peter
Littig, yeah.
Littig, right. So this was done in 3 major stages. The first is 2008. And then we have Segan here, 2012.
Ooh.
And then we have 2016 when I was working on it again this fall, and I finished it. So this is a triple portrait of Anna Politkovskaya. She was a Russian journalist, born in New York, actually, of Russian parents, but she was Russian. And I don't remember where she was raised, but she was thoroughly Russian, not American. And she was killed probably by Russian dictator Putin's,
I know her name.
operatives. Well, yeah, whenever a Russian journalist gets slain, a critic of Putin and the government and their Chechnya campaigns and all that, well, it will make world news. I salvaged some of my childhood postage stamps, which are all actually Soviet era, or it might be a few earlier, and just kind of interwove them in there, along with what else? We've got string, like
yes,
twine, like string, and some and thread interwoven through. So again, really, really different.
You have used thread or string before.
Right. Yeah. There's a couple of Wing series works that have.
Yeah.
One has leather, and there's the
Can I
child
look
with
now?
quilt. Yeah. Oh,
Sorry,
you
I'm sorry.
You haven't looked yet.
I have, but not from this vantage.
Let me move that like that. Can you hold that way for a
Okay,
second?
I'll hold that way.
Move this there. Maybe we can get a better angle on it.
Ah, there we go. Wow.
Thanks.
Of course.
So, so she's the.
And she was known to have been assassinated?
Yeah, and she was. I think she was the. God, see my memory, old age kicking in. Probably might be the second journalist I've depicted in the Sightseeing with Dignity Human Rights series.
Yeah, yeah.
She has died recently. Is this correct? She was murdered within the last couple of years?
No, because I began the drawing, and the first part was done in 2008, so she was murdered before then.
No, at least 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a timely completion date, though, given the world as it is now.
Given all the news about Russia.
Yes.
Well, not only the news
Trump,
about Russia,
yeah.
but the speculation about what things are coming in for America with the lyingest president-elect we've ever seen.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
is it going to be safe to challenge him?
Right.
Is it safe to be an American journalist to speak out against
He
all of his
loves
lying?
attacking
question.
journalists
Oh yeah, the crooked
with a
media.
fury. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, as soon as we start to see truth itself crumbling and being replaced by, well, as it has been in Russia under Putin, just with Trump's opinions and whatever's convenient for him at the moment. I call it Trumpistomology.
Good. Yes.
Trump's knowledge. It's whatever's convenient for him to lie about it at any moment.
Yes.
And so I don't know. I had always thought, would think we would never see an American journalist here.
But now.
Who knows?
No, Trump lied. I remember seeing, might have been during the summer, I don't remember which newspaper it was in, could have been the Washington Post or the Guardian, which I was reading a lot of online, the British paper. And they were doing someone had been doing an ongoing, some journalist study of how much lying was being done by Mrs. Clinton and by Mr. Trump. And Trump's lies were in the 70-something% of everything he was saying. Mrs. Clinton's were far less, might have been 30% or something.
I remember it was in the 20s. Yeah,
but 70% or 75% of everything, I don't think he's even aware of it. I think he he just babbles it out. It's like pathological or
It
something.
is, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
Midnight tweets.
So,
It's lovely.
And
oh, thanks.
The lacing is quite wonderful. But you have made mosaic of spaces.
Yeah,
on
actually,
this
I
that
was
are-
inspired by that. Look to your left. You'll see the very top of the last mosaic there.
I did see it as I
and
walked in.
I was looking at that, and I thought I had all these blank areas
Yes.
where I wanted to fill in. And I thought I'm going to try to replicate the
Yeah.
tiles that I did that are actually a mosaic, but in like colored pencil and gouache, like watercolor here, and that's what I did. One of the last things I did, aside from the stitching. So there you have it. I'm going to turn this off.
Right.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
oh yeah, that's really cool. What is she looking at? That's
You'll
what
be
I
arrested
wonder.
at dawn, by the way. And
We
I
will.
probably will.
all
We're
three
going
of
to have
us,
a hell of a good time tonight.
right, the Trump security forces
I
are
know.
on the way. What is she? What?
What is she looking at? That's what I wonder. What is she? Where is she staring? What is she
That's an
seeing in this?
intent look, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to,
This one's sort of
No,
quizzical.
well, I mean, that's just what it elicits in me looking at this as you've portrayed her here. I'm, just wondering what is she seeing?
I'd have to get the photo that I did the drawing
Yeah.
from, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And it might have been just a journalist, photojournalist, perhaps.
No, yeah. No, and I think, but I guess what I'm getting at is I like that this makes me wonder what she's seeing,
yeah.
and in fact, not just what she's seeing in that moment, but what she has seen, and then the price she paid for talking about it.
How did you get?
Well, she was a critic of the Chechnya campaigns,
Oh, okay.
which probably set her as a target for
Yeah.
for removal.
How old
Yes.
was she when she was removed?
I don't remember. Might have been. I think she was fairly young. It might have been 40s, maybe
Yeah, that's
50ish
what
or something.
That's what I would think.
How did you come up with Posta CCC? How did you get Soviet postage stamps?
When I was a kid,
Yeah, did you collect them?
I'm going to turn this off here.
Sure. Yeah.
We're already at 7 minutes.